So, this is the first time I am voicing a video. Also, probably the first time where I'm actually putting more than 10 seconds into editing one. So anyway, hello. So, about several months ago, I was finally compelled to finish all of the map packs. I was like, I kind of got stuck on the insane map packs because everyone knows those ones suck. The levels suck. And then I also kind of knew right before I got to the demon map packs, I wanted to record every single one of them and upload all of them to YouTube. So it kind of took a while. As like halfway through, I got an 144 hertz monitor. That kind of delayed me from beating the second half of the demon map packs for a really long time. However, I have finally done them all, and shortly after doing that, I was like, you know what? Why don't I make a top 10 list counting down the best and the worst ones? So I was like, you know what? Sure, why not? So here we are. This is the best list, and I hope you enjoy. Probably not going to be super good, but what the heck. Number 10, Darnock Dynamics by the real Darnock from Demon Pack 10. To start off this list, we got an Electrodynamics remake. Before getting to the actual level, I just wanted to say that Darnock levels tend to be amazing or hot garbage. There's no in between. Since this level is on the best list, this one is one of the good ones. This is obviously just a remake of Electrodynamics, but some parts have been completely changed. The changed parts tend to lean on memory gameplay rather than skill gameplay. Additionally, the ship sections are pathetically easy, which makes this level even more of a memory level. However, this memory gameplay is good. The hardest part probably is the mini cube at like 80%. Another part I liked is the fast-paced corridor section where the UFO was in the original level. That type of gameplay actually gets explored in another Darnock level, which appears much later on this list. Honestly, all of the changed parts tend to be just as good as the original Electrodynamics. So, in the end, this is just a way of saying this level's pretty good. Go play it. Number 9, Requiem by Funny Game from Demon Pack 6. A Funny Game level, which, if you know Funny Game, is obviously going to be a good level. There were a couple bugs in this level, as per usual. Like, the only one I can remember right now is like there's a bug right before the drop, but it was easy to get around. 45, there was a ship that there was a lot of downtime. There isn't too much memory in this level, but the little bit that is there isn't that bad. This level really kind of doesn't have too many unique gameplay gimmicks. It's kind of average, but I'm favorable to this level and it made onto this list probably because it got placed smack dab in the middle of all the demon map packs, which really helped it because the middle of the demon map packs is just a bunch of annoying easy demons and kind of bad medium demons. Some examples are Way of the Darkness, Crescendo, and Beautiful Chaos. So having a level that's kind of enjoyable definitely was elevated because I had to play through so much boring stuff. Some of the decoration, like the last ball, was really cool. I really liked that. So the combination of solid gameplay, a lucky placement in the demon map packs, and great decoration for the time puts this level at number 9. Number 8, Dimension Machine by Punky Soul from Demon Pack 16. Well, this is an interesting level to say the least, probably because it has two different routes in it. You got the ship route and the ball route. I went for the ship route first, so I want to talk about that one first. It was probably the easier one to get down out of the two routes, as it's really just comprised of fast-paced ship corridors that's kind of fun to go through. There's a little bit of memory if you actually look at it. That's really all it is, and then you converge with the ball route at around 60-ish%. The ball route, what makes it part of the reason why it's harder is that there's a bug at 49%. There's a point where you hit a slope, and in updates 2.1, after update 2.1, you would fly too high after you hit this slope, making it impossible to do the section. However, I looked up how to do it in 2.1, and you can time a blue orb late, right before you hit that slope, and it will put you at just a good enough position to get through the part normally, which is great because I wanted to get both these routes in. Then there's also a section towards the end of the ball route where you have these mirror portals, and then you have to hit these blue orbs on these platforms that have a whole bunch of other orbs on them, and the timing is really frustrating, and you basically have to do it while inside the mirror portal transition, and it's not fun. Then after both of the routes converge, you have a memory maze that changes depending on which route you took, but it's only for the first half. I honestly like memorization gameplay like that because it's kind of fun to learn. The decoration in this level is pretty solid up until like the last 30 or 40%. Overall, the gameplay was pretty good because there wasn't a whole lot of blind gameplay at all the times, and the split paths kind of made this level interesting. Although honestly, without the split paths, I probably would not have placed this level on this list. But with it, it lands at number 8. Number 7, Force Dynamics by Mindsap from Demon Pack 16. Yet another Demon Pack 16 level, and it won't be the last one that appears on this list. That's kind of why it's my favorite one out of all the map packs. For the time this level was made, it contains some really interesting duels that are both challenging while not being unfair. I will say this, the decoration in this level is like really bad. One thing I noticed about this level is that it seems like Mindsap ripped all the pulses and background pages from Electrodynamics and just pasted them in this level. And a lot of the sections actually don't sync with the song Hexagon Force. It kind of feels like it was originally supposed to use the song Electrodynamics, and then Mindsap changed the song to Hexagon Force at the last second. Additionally, some of the mirror portal transitions, like always, suck. There's some weird balancing, as there's like a part where there's like a really free and easy ship, immediately followed by the hardest ship section in the whole level. Despite all these problems, I actually really liked the level, partly because the duels were really fun, as they made good use of what duels can do, which is why this level landed at number 7. Number 6, Demon Park by M2 Cool from Demon Pack 1. So obviously, if you know, this is the first demon level ever, and to my shock, it's actually good. So this is a memory level that is interesting because it's more, it kind of forces you to forge your own path. Like, it doesn't blindside you with like a bunch of blind jumps and orbs everywhere. Like, you generally can see what you need to see, and it's your job to remember which orbs to click and stuff like that, so that helped keep this level from being super annoying. Also, there seemed like there was a split path like at the beginning of the first like big change in the song Time Machine. However, the path I did not take does not look good. Going back to the memory gameplay, like, one thing that makes it really tricky is that you'll like be doing like the same thing over and over again, and then for like the last one it will switch it up on you, and it can mess you up pretty bad if you're not careful. The decoration in this level is kind of bad, even for the time. Like, it's not good, but the gameplay is like so much fun in my opinion that it doesn't matter. Number 5, Electrodynamics V2 by Neptune from Demon Pack 14. So after playing memory level after memory level after memory level, we finally get a medium demon that's not memory based, but skill based. So this level is like obviously probably destined to be good because it's recreating one of the best rock top levels, which is Electrodynamics. And Neptune tends to be pretty good at remaking the rock top levels in a fun and not terrible way. So this level ends up being pretty good as a result. This level does a good job at keeping the original spirit of Electrodynamics while making it harder. By keeping the spirit, it kind of keeps its like more skill-based reliance instead of just adding thousands of orbs everywhere that just serve to annoy you rather than make the gameplay more fun. It's also stressful, just like normal Electrodynamics. Like the last shift part is like kind of ridiculously tight, and it's also really fast, so it can mess you up if you are not careful. So I honestly just really like this level. I thought it was fun. It was a nice change of pace from literally every other Demon Map Pack level, so it was good. Number 4, Natural Step by The Real Nature from Demon Pack 7. Now this is probably a level most people wouldn't expect to end up on the best map pack demons list, let alone number 4. After praising Electrodynamics V2 for not being memory based, I am now going to praise this level for being memory based. It's kind of hard for me to like explain why I like this level so much. But after thinking about it, I think I came down to what I think it is. It has to do with the fact that this level has good flow and you're given breaks. Like, so the flow of this level is kind of really good at some parts. Like, it feels natural to do once you learn the gameplay, which makes it pretty easy to remember what to do. Additionally, the music sync is pretty good for the time. Like 26 is one of my favorite moments in the level because it syncs with clubstep really well. Additionally, the level will give you a lot of breaks or pace breakers to keep it just from not being complete memory all the time. Mainly it breaks it with a shift part that kind of acts as a nice chill break. So those kind of combine to make a level that I really enjoyed. Also, I almost fluked this level from 0. But then I died at 91 because I was big dumb. Number 3, Genesis by Funny Game from Demon Pack 12. Yet another Funny Game level, and it's my favorite from the Demon Map Packs. Honestly, this level is just a good and chill level that keeps up the trend of Funny Game levels being unique and varied. Like, there's a lot of really cool and interesting structuring for the time. It makes the level very nice to go through. Also, the gameplay is kind of nice and chill. It's like kind of tight in some sections as you need to be pretty good with the ship. And there's not like a whole lot of like memory cube parts, which is so refreshing after playing nothing but that for like 50 levels. The only part that kind of sucks is like the jump at 5%, but you're told where to jump for that, so it really isn't that bad once you get it down. There's only like one blind jump in the level, but like I never died to it after I practiced it. This level also kind of got lucky with the placement because there was another level from the same map pack that really pissed me off. So that probably elevated this level because it was nice to play a level that wasn't like just terrible. Number 2, Steam Chamber by the Real Darnock from Demon Pack 16. The final level from Demon Pack 16. What can I even say? It's a fast-paced, memory-ish level from 1.8. Well, I think it's from 1.8. I swear, I feel like this gameplay was way ahead of its time because it's not only fun to play, but it's fun to watch. And also, this level gets a lot of points for not having a ton of blind inputs. I do think there's like 1 or 2, but like, I mean, it's not that bad. For the whole duration of this level, it's a fast-paced level that just keeps going. It's really fun. I would say the best part is whenever the drop of club step starts to the end of the first ball, because you're just like going up and down all around. This is actually the corridorish part I was referencing from Darnock Dynamics. This is like the level I feel like kind of builds off that. The ending of this level really isn't as good as the beginning, but it's kind of more of a case where the beginning was so good that the ending obviously had to be worse. My only complaint with this level is that it was too easy, as it was an easy demon, so I didn't really get to play it for that long. So I couldn't really enjoy it for that long before I beat it. However, this level is a shining example of why Darnock is one of the most respected old creators in the game. Now, before we get to number 1, I just wanted to add a couple of honorable mentions, as there's a couple levels that didn't make the list that I feel like deserve to get a mention in this video. So let's get to those. Honorable mention 1, Super Cycles by Jax from Demon Pack 2. There's really no good reason for me to enjoy this level, but I do. The memory is actually a lot like Demon Park, however it's not as good as Demon Park. Part of the reason has to do with the fact that the last ball is kind of bad, as it has a lot of awkward timings. Additionally, the level does not look good. It looks terrible, in my opinion. Like, Jax could have done way better. It's also kind of nice to see a level use cycles instead of club step. But this level didn't make the list, partly because it's just a worse Demon Park. Honorable mention 2, Y-Step by the Real Darnock from Demon Pack 1. This is actually one of the first demons that I beat, so it brought back a lot of memories revisiting it. It was about as good as I remembered it. It's definitely one of his better levels. However, there's some like really weird parts where you just do nothing for a long time, and some of the structuring is kind of weak at the end of the level. Also, this gameplay is like not enjoyable enough to make those problems go away. Honorable mention 3, Crazy Bolt by Funny Game from Demon Pack 14. It's a really interesting level with some really interesting designs because all of them look like nuts and bolts and stuff like that, hence the name. I don't like it as much as the other Funny Game levels, partly because the second half is pretty weak. That's really about it. It's a cool level with okay gameplay. Number 1, Hexagon Force V2 by Neptune from Demon Pack 15. The best and hardest Neptune V2 level from the map packs, which Reed made my favorite raw type level. This level was just begging to get the number 1 spot. Like all the V2 levels, this is just the normal level, but harder. I actually heard that this level was really hard before I ever played it. Despite that, I was still surprised at how hard it was. It was way harder than I could have ever predicted. That's why it's like so much harder than something like Electrodynamics V2 or Clubstep V2. It's just more demanding of you. Honestly, this level probably isn't better than Steam Chamber, but I just liked this level more when I played it. I think part of that had to do with the fact that I had a struggle with this level on like Steam Chamber, which, you know, gave me a better connection to the level because it felt like I actually did something rather than just checking off a box by beating Steam Chamber. Additionally, it also just keeps the same spirit of Hexagon Force there. All these reasons is why I'm compelled to put this at number 1. Well, that is my list. Thank you for watching to this point, if you made it to this point, but I probably contradicted myself a lot whenever I made some of my choices here, but I really don't care because I only played most of these levels once, so I only got one experience. It was very hard coming up with things to say for some of these levels because it was more of just like level better than what everything else is around it. Because like the only 2 levels that I was like, oh yeah, no, this is good, was Steam Chamber and Hexagon Force V2. Yeah, but that's about it. Thank you for watching and have a good day.